Now would be the time to do that.
We're live. It's Friday.
I don't even have our banners up yet. Hold on. We're working on all of our banners and everything. Okay,
It's Friday.
Got that one. Nobody's listening to us anyway. We're just, it takes them all a while to realize we're live.
Yes. I love Fridays.
So here's the difference.
Talk to my buddy Tim.
So now that I have the YouTube channel, all right, for our show, which, by the way, you need to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll put it in the things today. Yeah, and it'll all be on our website in the next couple of days. But the website is going to be a temporary website until I think January. We agreed January. We'll have a more permanent website, but it's a temporary one set up for now. But a YouTube channel. Well, now I have a YouTube channel for this show, a YouTube channel for the show I'm doing with Lattes, a YouTube channel for my YouTube channel. And every time I go live, I'm broadcasting it to my channel and our channel. So I get this ding, ding, 2 things. Oh, by the way, so-and-so's live on your YouTube channel.
Yes. It's like ding, ding.
But we thought we'd ding, ding, let you know more than
ding,
once.
Ding, ding.
I'm broadcasting it to 2 different locations. All right. And one of the things I'm trying to do is trying to take now, I can take our YouTube channel, yours and mine, and I can add your YouTube videos as a playlist and my YouTube videos as a playlist.
Cool.
So you can see us on YouTube and then see who we each individually are.
I like that.
I figured you'd like that. So
I like that. And I have to, for those who've been watching, I've been really busy packing and so forth because we're moving to Las Cruces, New Mexico, literally next week. We're moving.
So when's your closing day?
It's on the 18th, and we're moving that day. So we're picking up the truck on the 17th, packing everything into the truck on the 17th, and leaving very early in the morning of the 18th. So we'll be there the evening of the 18th. And I got us a hotel on that because originally my husband's like, well, we can sleep in the apartment. I said, well, number 1, we don't have the keys yet. And number 2, what are we going to sleep on? The floor?
Hello.
Yeah, good point. Never mind. Hotel's good.
I know. Well, when we were doing our old house down in the lake, when we were selling it, the week before, it was like the week before we sold out, we were doing all this prep work to list it. And we started it all. And then I got on a plane and I went to a conference. I think it might have been Craig's conference, but I was out for like 9 days in California. And then I came back. And when I came back, I'm like, I expected like my kids to have things done and they didn't. So I came home to my bed is still. Everything in the room was piled on the bed and there's a plastic sheet over it. So I come home and worked from like 9 p.m. until midnight after getting off a plane, coming from California. And then I'm like, my wife, okay, I'm tired. I never unpacked my suitcase. We just got back in the car and went to a hotel and checked in. This is like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, down the street from our house. We go in and it's like, we'd like a room for the night.
Yep. I want to make it as easy as possible. And I got movers on the other side to help us move because we're moving into temporary quarters, which is an upstairs apartment. Hi, Robert.
Robert's here. So,
but I don't want to be going up and down the stairs with, so we've got help and it's going to be that much quicker to get it done. And I've got it all laid out and planned out. But it's been challenging to work, unpack.
Yeah. So hopefully on the 17th, the rental property that I have that I'm selling, hopefully it's supposed to close on the 17th. I don't want to even go into that crap that I've been through. Like, you think you've dealt with real estate crap. I was, unpacking the shotguns to go deal with it at this time. Anyway, I gotta watch how I say that because I did utter things in emails that can incriminate me, shall we say?
Yeah, we don't want that.
I didn't do it on purpose. All right, I was angry at the moment.
Yes, we don't want that. But today's show is all about being thankful.
It is. And this is our only show in the month of November. We will not have a show for the rest of the month of November because of your moving and then Thanksgiving. And last week was my event. So guys, this is our only show in November. And this is episode, I think we're on 19 now.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo. This started as a, hey, let's try this back in what, July?
Yeah. Say, let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
See how it goes. It's been
now
fun.
We're on episode 19.
Fun. We've had a lot of conversations. We've had a lot of value that we put forward, and the website will be up, like Tim said, in January. So we'll have a lot of those. We'll have all of our show notes on there, as well as all the resources and links to that, and so on and so forth. And just as a note, some of the resources we might get a little kickback on. I'm just saying.
just to put the disclaimer in there, yes, we're going to have some resources that we may get when you buy something. We may get a cup of coffee.
Yes, but to teach you guys.
I get the espresso, all right, and she gets the cream. That's how we're splitting the cup of coffee. I'm just telling you guys.
The cream is so much better because it goes on top. Just saying. I'm just saying.
So let's talk about Thanksgiving and the fact that
one of my favorite holidays because of the food and family and being thankful. And I get so upset with shopping and retail because they just go right over it. It's just like, what, Thanksgiving? No, we're already on Christmas.
Okay. But let me give you, as always, all right, Katrina, I'm going to give you a different perspective on that. I am thankful. No, I am really thankful, all right? And Thanksgiving is a huge part of my life. I love being thankful for what I have.
Yes.
And when it comes to, I'm a Christian, all right? I've said that before on the show. I don't hide that. And I know many of our listeners are not Christians, and I'm okay with that too. But as a Christian, you're what? You're heathen. The Christian and the atheist host a show about being thankful. Yeah, that'll be a good show. No, I'm a Christian, and what Christmas really symbolizes to us Christians is that Jesus was born. The Savior came, and I think the Savior deserves 2 months worth of celebration. That's being thankful. That's not. I mean, you may have a different opinion on it, and it's okay. My wife, the same thing. She's like, wait, but. When I look at it, I'm not upset. To me, I'm like, that's an extra month of being thankful for the real reason I plan on being thankful for.
I understand that, but I think we miss a lot of Thanksgiving and what it's all about, being thankful when Christmas starts that early. Because if you go into retail, and granted, retail is a lot different now since COVID, but when you go into retail, literally, I went to a shop to go buy something, and they were already playing Christmas music, and it was like the day after Halloween. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, I get the Christmas music, I get getting in the mood and all of that. I get all of that. But to me, Thanksgiving is all about being thankful for, like we talked about, having the things in your life and so forth. And retail doesn't really celebrate that.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not saying I'm good with the retail of Christmas. I'm saying the concept of Christmas builds on Thanksgiving. Because,
and I get that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not all about, okay, let's put the stuff in the stores and go buy.
Yeah.
As a business owner, I like it when you buy, especially when you buy from my business. But anyway, no, the concept of Christmas should be the fact that it should lead you through Thanksgiving is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. And I get too with retail, there's not a lot they can really sell. I mean, the ones that sell the most are your kitchen places because, hey, don't forget this for the turkey and don't forget to buy this for your meal. And so they really get into that. But I guess I can see how some retail doesn't because, I mean, what are you really going to sell in some respects?
Let's face it. When you're going to Toys R Us, the one thing you're not thinking of is what motor scooter is going to go really well with the cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. You really just can't fit that into a sale. However,
I get it. It's just, I don't know. It's sad to me because I just think this is a holiday that a lot of people don't really appreciate. They just say, oh, it's closer to Christmas and closer to gifts. And I get this and I get that and I get this instead of, Wow, Thanksgiving.
Remember growing up, all right, and truthfully, I think retailers would make more money if they did this. Remember growing up, what was the day after Christmas? Or day after Thanksgiving?
Black Friday.
Yeah, that was the one time a year, like, your major retailers had a sale.
Yep.
They had like 2 sales a year. Now we have a sale every freaking week, and it's ruined retail. So now they have to start with the Christmas decorations in September. They have to start with pumpkin spice for Thanksgiving in August.
Yes, that's true.
Because they ruined the idea of the sale, the specialty of what we do.
I get it. And Black Friday turned into a nightmare too. I mean, look at the past. It's just like people were being trampled on.
Well, again, that goes to the greed of why we built these sales, all right? And was the original idea behind it, and I know one of the groups that I'm part of is John Limbacher's group, and he's doing this whole thing, prepping us the last couple of weeks, prepping for Black Friday and what you can offer in your business as a sale.
Yeah.
I personally have put this idea of sale to 2 times a year in my business. That's it. I don't offer sales year round. You're not getting 50 million emails from me saying, oh, by the way, and today I have a new sale. No.
Yeah.
I have my main product, which is my inner circle, and I only discount it 2 times a year. That's it. That's what we go back to. You really want to take take the retail out of it and put the retail really into it in the right way?
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. Anyway.
Totally agree.
So let's talk about what we're really thankful for today, because thankfulness is Thanksgiving is coming up, all right, and we love spending time with family. Yay.
Some of us do.
Some of us do.
Some of us not so much. It depends. Is it that stupid uncle that you don't like, or the obnoxious aunt that won't stop drinking, or
I don't have any of that anymore.
No, I know. No, I know. My favorite one was I love to watch Frasier, and there's one with Frasier where the guy's on the phone and he's talking about going to see family, and that it's either go to Hawaii or go see the family. Mm-hmm. I'm grappling with it and so forth, and they're going back and forth, and then Frasier says, Honolulu or something like that. Enjoy Hawaii, because he knows he's not going to go see the family.
So you have one of the things in our notes here today, and I'm going to kind of go through this here with a little bit, is many love to spend time with family, all right, but some would rather stay far away from them.
Yes.
If you are one of those who don't enjoy your family time, what are you doing with that time?
Yes.
Really, I mean, what are you doing with it? All right, and I love some of the suggestions you put down in today's notes is, volunteering time in a soup kitchen. How many of you ever thought that this is the time when you're in your thankfulness, all right, to go spend time showing things to others and helping others out? I was part of, all right, I love that you all said potluck dinners. How many of you have done like a neighborhood Thanksgiving? I forget. Like there was a block party for something a couple weeks ago, like Tony, who just moved here. Like she's just this whole thing. She's like, oh my God, my new neighbors have block parties for this stuff, right? It's like, why not organize what was the one thing they used to say? A Friendsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where basically you those people who are single, you invite friends over.
Yep.
Thanksgiving for me, when I first moved to Texas in 98, 99 time frame, most of the people I hung out with were single people. Some went home for the holidays, some didn't. Because almost all of us were business professionals who lived here in the Dallas area, and some of us in our late 20s to early 30s, some of us could barely afford a flight home.
True. Very true. Because it was expensive.
It was. We combined and put things together. Well, I remember in 99, my brother Ken, who's a great cook, Ken can cook for a group better than he can cook for him and his wife. That's the way Ken is. You put a group of 10 people in the room, Ken will put together a meal like that, boom, 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 and he'll have it on the table. I don't know how, but he does. And we're sitting Thanksgiving morning with me and 5 of my bachelor friends at Starbucks. And Ken goes to everybody, give me $10. I'm going to create the best Thanksgiving dinner the 5 of us have ever had. Each of us gave him $10 cash. Kenny and I went to the grocery store, literally bought everything, and we had leftovers. We ate like a feast and had leftovers just like Thanksgiving.
Yep. So. I mean, it's a great, and we may be doing that in Las Cruces because we don't really know anybody out there. So we may be doing a Friendsgiving for the neighbors and so forth. But I think it's a great way to to spend Thanksgiving, especially if you're by yourself, there's no reason to be by yourself. There are neighbors out there that are probably in the same position as you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to do it. I mean, and the other one I talked about too is the thank you cards to your neighbors and telling them that you appreciate them and for what, thanks for bringing in my mail while I was gone on vacation. I really appreciated it. Or thanks for watching my dog. I know it wasn't easy, whatever. A lot of times we just go through life and people do things for us and we're not, we have the intent to thank them, but we don't go above and beyond that.
Well, let me stop. Let me pause on that one for a little bit before we move on. Is the thanks cards. All right. Number one, I was up at Craig's this week and we're talking about it. And Craig actually has to reprint all of his thank you cards because he didn't make them evergreen. He has dates on them and the date passed.
Yep. Don't want
and
that.
It didn't happen. So he's like, oh, great. Now I have to go throw all these out and go get new ones. But thank you cards or thank you notepad. All right. James Malinchek is great for the thank you notepad. And James actually hand writes thank you notes to people all the time. He spends I don't know how he sets his week out to do this and sends thank you notes to everybody. And you get I've gotten it. And I remember the first time I ever got it, knowing how busy James is. And I get a handwritten thank you note from James.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. I mean, that blew my mind. Because I'm thinking James Malinchek, well, he got a robot system just to do it for him. No, that's personal. You guys should take those and really hand them out to your neighbors, to the people who've done things for you. All right. And I will share later on in today's tip a little thing that I did with thank you notes over the past couple of weeks. So come up with a list of things you appreciate in your life right now. That's going to come in later on as we go through that.
Mm-hmm.
So second thing you have in there, if you plan on spending the holidays with your family, enjoy the time you have together. Go around the table and note one thing you appreciate about each other. My Uncle Mike does this. He makes everybody, he gets all the food on the table. We all hold hands and we're going to pray. And then we've got to go around the table and say something we're thankful for.
Yep. Yep.
That is, to me, that was what, I was I would say I was in my late 40s the first time I ever spent the Thanksgiving at my Uncle Mike's house. And my mom tries to go there now every year, right? But it was huge.
Yep.
That we had to go around the table and do that. That was huge to me. So
well, it really makes you not only hear what everybody else is thankful for, but it makes you. Sometimes it gets you emotional because somebody might say something. I really appreciate the fact that you did blah blah blah, and you're like, oh my God, you remember that?
Yeah.
So it's a great way to really be appreciative for the people that are around you.
So and that being said, one of the things I had happen this week is because I was out I was up at Craig's house. Just a surprise thing happened where I got to go. And I didn't brag about this online. I didn't put this on my post and everything, but I had a day where basically Craig and Glenn, let's go have lunch. Didn't get pictures, didn't tweet about it. We sat there and just had a conversation in the moment. The only time we picked up our phone was I picked up my phone to watch my appointment because I knew I had a 5 o'clock appointment and I had to leave on time to go make the appointment. That's the only time I picked up the phone. The whole time we were just talking. We weren't going, yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure, Katrina. And we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
It was an in the moment time. Wherever you are, guys, all right, be in the moment to be thankful. That shows you're thankful to your family, just being in the moment to them right there and then.
Yeah, I'm putting these things down.
Yeah. So one last note you had on there. All right. Write a letter to one person you want to thank for thank for a past event and tell them how much it meant to you. That is huge, guys. All right. Just pick somebody in your life today and write that to them.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be huge on them. It makes you feel better to knowing that, you know what I mean? It's not, I wasn't just taking from someone, but let me show you how much I appreciate you.
Yep.
I try to say thank you to almost everybody in my life. I get my coffee. Thank you so much today, guys. You know what I mean? The lady who's like, oh, Tim, your coffee's ready. Oh, thank you for getting my coffee for me today. I'm like, just say the word thank you more often and find out how much more thankful you become in that.
And one thing, I was going to add one thing that I didn't put on here that I like to do during any time of the year is if you're going through Starbucks drive-through, buy the last two people their coffee or the person behind you their coffee. so that when they get up,
but like I go inside the store.
I do the drive-through, and I actually bought 2 cars behind me. I bought their coffee, and the one lady was beeping her horn and going, "Thank you."
I just go in the store, and when I get there, all right, I start a conversation with the person. Like if there's a line, I start a conversation with the person in front of me or behind me, and I did it a couple weeks ago. We were at the mall for something, and we went to the Starbucks, and we had a conversation with this guy behind us, and just talking the whole time. So then we get up there. I said, "So, oh man," I said, "What are you drinking today?" And he told me. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm paying for his drink too," because the conversation. He's like, and by the time she typed it in, I had my credit card down. Boom, he's
done. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels so cool when you do that because the people behind you are just like, "Oh my God," and then they end up paying it forward. So, it's a great way.
With that being said about Thanksgiving, we want to go through 3 different ways that Katrina's outlined for us today to be thankful.
Yeah,
really. I mean, because these are 3 huge ways to be thankful. All right, she's going to lead the next 2. I'm going to kind of chime in with her on the last one. A little bit because I think it's an important one, but she's going to take the lead over the next 2. So Katrina, what is the first area we should be thankful in?
Well, if you've got a staff or team members that are helping you, you really need to be thankful for them and you need to show them appreciation. In fact, they say that 80% of people who leave jobs leave them because they felt unappreciated and not heard. So I really think that the best way to really help your team members feel appreciated is note their ideas. Have the team pick one to discuss and find a way to implement that so that it's a win-win for everybody. Because a lot of times people have ideas, but they'll say, yeah. Maybe later. Yeah. They don't acknowledge it. So make a list of those ideas that they're coming up with, and later down the road, you might be able to implement it or find a way to implement it. It's just a way that, okay, they heard me. They heard what I had to say. They acknowledged it. I'm good. And also acknowledging their birthdays with card or cake or celebration or via Zoom, because a lot of people don't do that much anymore. And I know some people are going into the office and some people aren't, but you can still have like a little cake or something with a candle on it. And we're going to sing happy birthday to Tim. It's his birthday today. And, just acknowledging that. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to acknowledge my birthday. And that deep down inside, they really do. So it's a good way to really thank them in that respect. And we were talking about notes and cards. It's another way. Send thank you note to, and go above and beyond to thanking them also for the recent project they did or whatever. Give them a thank you card and tell them how much you appreciate them, or give them a bonus or here and there. And then I think this is really key too. And we're going to talk about it later as well. Brag about your team members on your website. Have one team member that you highlight on the website and talk about the accomplishment and what they did and how you're so proud of this team member because of A, B, C, and D, and have their picture on there and a little bit of a bio on the front of your website. So now people are seeing, wow, they're really showing their appreciation for their team members. Man, maybe I want to go work there.
Well, imagine doing a blog post about being thankful for team members.
Yeah. I mean,
this week's blog is about, this week's blog is about Katrina Garcia. She's part of our team. Yeah. And we want to share with you a little bit about what she has done and why we're thankful that we have her on the team.
Yeah. And what she's all about, her bio. I mean, it's a great.
Do you think Katrina would share that blog post out to her community about your company if you did it for her?
Be huge. It's huge. Yeah. That recognition is huge. And it gains respect and trust from your team members, because now they want to be a part of your team, even more so because you're acknowledging them. That's the biggest thing that people complain about, is they're not acknowledged. You're acknowledging them, you're acknowledging their ideas and they're brave. I mean, a lot of people, it's hard for them to come forward and talk about their ideas. Acknowledge that instead of just, yeah. And these are great ways to do that. And showing your appreciation and how thankful you are for your team members by putting them out there and showing them to your whole community. And I think it's a really great way. And once I have more team members in place, I plan on doing that as well. So got to appreciate them because they're doing the work in the back end, helping your business grow. So you got to be appreciative of that just in itself.
Yeah.
And then the other one, of course, is a big one, and that's appreciating your clients. I mean, What are you doing for your clients to appreciate them? And this is something that I know we're all guilty of. We think about it, but do we really do it? And that's the same thing too, is getting that thank you card out and sending them thank you. I really want to thank you for being a client. You're the best client. You've done this and done that. You've been with us for so many years, whatever. We really appreciate you. We want to thank you for all of your service and what you've brought to our table and that type of thing. And also what I think is really cool is there's a lot of options out there where you can give them gifts.
Yeah.
Where the company, you go in, you put your sentiment, you pick out the gift, and all they do is send it on your behalf. And there's a couple of them out there. There's Mailbox Power that Shanta does.
Yeah.
There's send out cards. And believe it or not, I didn't know this, but 4imprint will do it too. And it's a print place, but they'll also do gifts so that they'll print things on it and so forth. So they're advertising that as well. And it's not really expensive to do. And it's a great way to thank your clients. I mean, think about it. You get a gift in the mail from, Tim sends something to his client. That's a gift in the mail that they can use with thank you sentiment. It's like, wow, this is cool. They're going to be more likely to do business with you, believe it or not. And the other thing.
Oh, I want to go on doing things thankful. Some of you think you've got to go out of your way and do something huge.
Yeah.
The best thank you gift I've ever seen that someone did to one of his clients. I'm going to tell you, I actually shared this with Craig just this week too. I was sharing this with him because it impacted me. In 2010, I used to watch this show on what's that? Not MTV, but their other one they have. The other video channel that's part of them now. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But MTV, and they had this show on called Rock of Love. How many remember that show with a guy named Bret Michaels?
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, who knows who Bret Michaels is? I should say on our show because anyway, Bret Michaels in 2010 had like brain hemorrhage or something problem, and he almost died. After he got out of the hospital 3 months later, I was at a concert in the VIP section where he came and still held his concert because he had it booked. All right. At the end of that concert, there was a walkway past the VIP area to go down to the buses. And everybody saw Bret walking by with his, blanket over him and everything. And everybody lined up to say thank you to him. Bret Michaels stopped at every individual person, grabbed their hand, held it, looked them in the eyes and said, thank you for coming to my show today. He did that to every one of us.
And that's huge.
That was huge to me because I'm like, here's a guy who just could have died 3 months earlier. Put on a show and stopped to thank every one of us that came to that rant by holding our hand, looking us dead in the eyes and saying thank you. And the lawn guys are here now. Can you hear them?
That's huge.
I am so thankful for the lawn guys.
But I mean that's something you could even do when you're in your event is thanking everybody for coming. Not just okay, great, it's over, next year, we'll see you next year. You know what? I want to take this opportunity to thank you all. You took the time to be here. You took the time to spend you took the opportunity to invest in yourself, and I want to thank you for being here. Simple as that. And I think that's the biggest thing is that you took that time. And I don't know. That's just being thankful for that is huge, huge. Why am I on here all by myself? Is it that time? Or did you need to go take a break and go to the bathroom?
No, they're literally in my area, and I'm trying to go.
Oh, got it. I'm like, hello? It's all about me, people. All about me. Another one I wanted to talk about, and it doesn't cost you anything, is give them a bonus or a free upgrade. It doesn't cost you anything. And it means so much to them because they get more value. And it's a great way to show their appreciation in that respect. Or another one here, like we were talking about your team, do a highlight for your client on your website. So have a highlight area for your clients and showing about your client services and maybe even putting their link on there for their website and going, so now you're giving them free advertisement to your list. by saying thank you for being a client and going above and beyond, like we talked about. Push them out through your social media into your list. Hey, this is one of our clients, one of our great longtime clients. They do A, B, C, and D. We want to share this with you. Here's their link. Can't wait to continue doing service with them. It's free advertising. They love it. And it's a great way to thank them in that respect, even more so. And this is kind of one I thought was kind of cool because I was impressed with this. It was my birthday, and this woman actually sent me a birthday video. She could have just sent me a quick happy birthday or whatever, but she actually took the time to do a video and say, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being you, and I want to wish you a very happy birthday, and and da da da. And I thought, how cool is that she took the time to do that? That's another thing you can do. Send them a thankful video on how much you appreciate them and based on. And
a speaker here in the Dallas area, I actually talked about it at my event last week, and then I ran into him on Monday at Starbucks. Chuck Bauer is here. He's a speaker here in the Dallas area. He records a video that is kind of it's kind of like neutral. Every month he re-records it, so it sounds like it's in the month. So like the people in October got October type message, right? People in November got a November type message, but he makes it in a generic way that you still believe Chuck is talking to you about your birthday because it's in November.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like, So he re-records it every month, and then he sends it out to every Facebook friend he has.
I think that's great.
And it's like, And it's like, Hey, Katrina, thank you for being my Facebook friend. I realized today was your birthday. Or, he doesn't say your name, but he's like, hey, I realize we're Facebook friends, and I want to do something special for your birthday today. All right. It's so great, the fact that you were born on this day in November. See, it's like stuff like that. It makes it sound so personal, right? That he, you go, oh, wow. He did everything but say your name.
Yep.
But it sounded like it was made for you. And that's a video concept that most people never thought that they can do in a 3-minute, 4-minute format and can be used over and over again.
Yep. And it's easy to do. And they appreciate it because it's a video. It's almost like they're right there talking to you as opposed to a text or an email. So I was impressed with it. I was very impressed. Mm-hmm. And another one I think is good too is by creating a VIP option for your longtime clients and giving them an opportunity to have even more value than your other clients because they've been with you for so long. Mm-hmm. And letting everybody know, if you're a longtime client, you stick with us for a certain time, we get to be a part of this VIP. It's not being inclusive or exclusive, it's being inclusive and showing them that by sticking it out with you and continuing the service, you're going to provide them even more value than they've already gotten. And that right there, that would be worth it to me to stick around. And the thing that I think is interesting in regards to client in general is 8 out of 10 clients will stay with a company, whether they're happy with their service or their products because of the customer service. Their customer service is top notch. They will still stay with that company even if the service or the product sucks because that's how important customer service is. And we're losing that on a daily basis. So if you really want to get ahead of your competition, customer service, thanking your clients and being appreciative that they are your clients and they have other places they can go, but they've come to you for your service and telling them, we know you can go to somebody else, but you came to us, so we want to show our appreciation with, and then you figure out what that is. But I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 clients, whether your service or product is sucky, if you've got great customer service, they will stick around. I'm just saying. They will stick around. So it's all about that appreciation and showing them. Oh, is it that time again? Dun, dun, dun.
I love our little note system we have to know what time it is.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Oh no, you're first. Ladies first.
Okay. So website tip for today, people. And this is something that drives me nuts. So let me ask you. Are you having your clients make appointments with you for consultation calls by going through email or on the phone? So does this day work? What about Wednesday? What about Thursday? You're wasting your time. have a calendar piece on your website so that all they have to do, go in, pick a time, it gets added to their calendar, it gets added to your calendar, done. And now you know, okay, I've got this set up for this client and so on and so forth. Make it easy for them. I've told you this over and over again. The easier you make it for your clients to do business with you, the better you're going to be. And this is one of them. And there's a couple of them out there you can use. Personally, we use Dubsado because it does a couple of other things as well. But there's Calendly, there's Trade Time. There's also one that's called You Can Book Me. I think Acuity's still out there, but it's through Squarespace, so I'm not sure if it's separate at this point because they might have incorporated in that. But either way, make it easy for your clients to make a consultation call with you. And what's nice about it is if you charge for those, you can have them pay for it up front. Now you've got their money, you've got the time, they've got it on their calendar, and you've got it on your calendar. Done. That's all I'm saying. Let your website work for you. That's my joke. That's my tip.
I love it when my website works for me.
Yes.
I love it when anything else works for me. I don't want to work for me anymore.
Yay.
I don't like working for me. I'm not a nice guy to work for.
I don't get this piece, and people will always push back and say, no, it screws up my count. No, you can block your calendar off and have your times blocked, and then you know exactly what times are set up for your consultation calls.
Can I tell you what? Can I say what I do with my calendar in this? Because most people look at my calendar, and I have it in a way that you don't know I do this. But my clients, those people who are in my Inner Circle program, all right, who get one-on-one time with me, they can grab the links. They have a page that tells them the links they can book, and they can. Most of them could probably find that 30-minute or 45-minute time slot within the next 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
Yep.
And grab it. Sometimes they do it. Most of them do it like within 24 hours. If I met you at a location and you're on my email list, you can book an appointment with me probably in the next 48 hours. If you met me at a function, you are not on my newsletter, I've never heard from you before, all right, you have no interest in it, you don't go to my website and opt in, you just text me and email me, you're getting a link that basically you can book a time with me. It's probably going to be a week and a half out before you find a spot on my calendar. Yeah. I just have it set that way. Why? Those people who are willing to work the way we work get top priority. Those people who are just like, let me stick my toe in and see if I want to play with you or not. I don't know if I want to play with you. So I may waste an hour of your time to find that out. No. Most people are, why do we have the opt-in systems? So that we can track this stuff and know who is serious.
Interested. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't want to waste 12 hours of my time building out a $5,000 funnel for you when you're not going to buy it. You're not going to pay me to do the work. You're just like, okay, I got the information. I'll go do this myself. Bye. Thanks for giving me 3 hours of your time, and I didn't have to pay you. All right. And I think that's going to be my newsletter this week. I'm talking about takers as opposed to givers. Anyway.
Well, and I used to, a long time ago, before COVID, we used to go out for coffee chats. Those coffee chats turned into a 3-hour chat. And that took you 3 hours away from anything you had to do in the office. And so now I feel people out through Zoom call. They say, no, I meet face-to-face. Sorry, I don't have the time to meet face-to-face. I'll be more than happy to do a Zoom call with you so we can decide if it's going to be a good fit or not, but can't do that.
So let me go with the tip I have for the week. It's not a content tip, but it's a business tip, and I'll give Katrina her break. So guys, I did at my conference I had last week, and I've been doing this at my conferences for years. And this is a whole thing about Thanksgiving. I took in, this time, the only thing we can come up with to do it, because we didn't have notepads. Usually the hotels have notepads with their name on the hotel, which works better. But most hotels don't have them right now. So I took sticky notes, which was just these little Post-it note things. And I actually, because, and one of the reasons we use this is because they pull it off and it sticks to something. In other words, it has to be peeled off. All right. I told the people who attended my event, we leave these all over the room. And I asked the people who attend to write thank you notes to the staff who's going to be cleaning that room up. I did this one time we had our mastermind day first, a 2-day mastermind for our mastermind members. And then we had the event. And while I was in the room for the event, setting up on day 2 of the event, this worker from the hotel could speak very little English, came up. Sir, I talk to you. Pulls me in the hall, pulls out the notes and said, thank you for this. This meant a lot to me. That is so sweet that you guys did this for me. It made his day for something as tiny as this. A thank you note left on the table because he had to peel that off. In other words, he couldn't just wipe the table and throw it in the trash. No. He had to peel that off, which may have caused him to read it. And then realize it was written to him and it wasn't just a note we left in the room. That's something you can do that will impact people in such a way that you're not really doing it for credit because many of them have no idea who you are. That's really thanking people for what they've done in your life.
It's a great way. It's a great idea. Because a lot of staff members don't get that.
They don't.
Think about it. At hotels, it's just, hey, give me this. Hey, give me that. And then
and we've done it too. Like, some of my people, then they go off and then they leave it for the person who's got to clean their hotel room they're staying in.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's it's a huge thing that could actually change someone's life.
Yeah, goes a long way. Goes a long way. So we've talked about thanking your team members. We've talked about thanking and being appreciative for your clients.
What's the
and we've
talked
about what you're going to do for Thanksgiving and being appreciative. So who's the one person we have yet to talk about for being appreciative and thankful for?
It's you.
Yourself.
You.
Yeah.
You.
We always put ourselves last on the list. Always. It's like the shoemaker. He's the last one to have the shoes made because he's so busy doing it for all of his clients. Same way with us. We're the last ones to do things for ourselves because we're so busy working for our clients. But if we don't do that and fill our own buckets up, how are we going to be any use for you as our clients? So I really think it's really, really important that you thank yourself. Your mom.
The mother in the room may agree with you.
But I really think you need to thank yourself. You need to be appreciative of who you are and the work you do all day. Mm-hmm. And we don't do that, especially if you're working by yourself. I mean, it's one thing when you're working in an office because you get your regular reviews and you get to find out how you're doing, what you need to prove on, whatever. We don't get that when you're entrepreneurs. It's you, and you're always your worst enemy. So I really think it's important that you work to reward yourself each and every day. And what are you doing to do that? I mean, what is it you're doing to reward yourself? As an S Corp, a lot of times you're told you have to pay yourself, but do you really? I mean,
how many of you are paying yourselves?
Do you really? Yeah.
And I know, like I was talking with Larry Broughton a lot last year, and Larry basically, because of the condition of what happened to his company in the pandemic, said, well, this is the one time I always teach people reward yourselves, but I had to stop taking a salary to take care of my employees.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have other things going on in business that my company doesn't have to pay me a salary.
Yeah.
And most people, all right, they don't reward themselves, and before they know it, they get into a panic situation. Now you can't, but if you've all along have rewarded yourself, when it comes time to go and then take care of your customers, your employees, and those people around you, because you've taken care of yourself, it makes it easier for you to go take care of them.
True. Very true.
Starts with paying yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Very true. And one thing that I do that really helps me is I go for a walk in the mornings because it clears my brain, clears my mind. And a lot of times when I'm grappling with an issue or something that I can't figure out, 9 times out of 10, I'll go on the walk and I'll be like, oh, I can do this, or, oh, I can do that. It really helps you get out of it and have that way to refresh your brain And it's a great way to thank yourself in that respect too. And, whatever that means, going to the gym, whatever. But personally, going for a walk in the morning, it really helps me to rejuvenate my day and start it and so forth. And the other thing I thought was really cool that I don't really do, and this was mentioned in an event, write down all your accomplishments that you've completed for the day, whether they're big, small, whatever. Write them down and then reward yourself that you got them done. And it doesn't matter if you completed it or not, you got it done.
Do you keep ice cream in your freezer?
Yes, I do.
I have these little popsicles. Yeah.
Yes,
I have.
do.
Wait a minute. I started keeping like Hershey's chocolates in my refrigerator.
I have that too.
Those are called treats, ladies and gentlemen. I did a good job. I get to go get a Mr. Good bar.
Exactly.
Not a big one, just a little one. Yeah.
Reward yourself. Definitely. Or buy something for yourself. If you see a sale, buy yourself a new headset that you've been wanting to get because you got 5 new clients to sign up for your online course.
Can we put a disclaimer on that first? All right. I realize you got a new client that's going to make you $1,000 a year. Now is not the time to go buy a Ferrari.
No.
Because I know some people who think that way. Yeah, but I got a new client.
No.
That's like I won the lottery. How much did you win? $190. I'm quitting my job.
Yes.
No, dude.
No. It's got to be within reason. It's got to be within reason. You have to remember that. Or treat yourself to a day of pampering, whatever that looks like. A spa day, a hike.
You say that. Have you seen the TV show Parks and Recreation? The people Parks and Recreation who watch it are going to catch this phrase. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. But I think this is really important piece that we have to treat ourselves, and we're the last ones that do it. Yes. And we get burnt out and then we wonder why. I have notes all over the place that remind me, treat yourself, reward yourself, do this, do that. Because sometimes we need those reminders. So if that's what it takes, then put a sticky on your monitor to tell you to treat yourself today because you got this done, or what did you accomplish today that you can treat yourself for, or whatever.
If you got that right now, all right, put in the comments, # treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Yeah, treat yourself. I should find it because there's a hashtag and it goes around the Parks and Recreation. But no, do that.
Yes.
People will know what you're doing for yourself. They'll get it.
Yep. So, and these are great ways to show the appreciation we talked about for your clients and team and yourself. To be thankful for what you have. And that's what I think Thanksgiving is all about. Not just the food, but really being appreciative of what's surrounding you in your life, what you've accomplished. Because if you think about it and you sit down and look at that, 9 times out of 10, you'll realize, wow, I accomplished this, this, and this. Dang, pat myself on the back. I did a good job. Don't you like it? Don't you like it?
Hold on. I'm actually trying to get it set up. I'm sorry. It took me a bit to do this.
Tweet yourself. There you go. Tweet yourself. Tweet. Or you can do tweet yourself. TWEET. Yourself.
Well, if you look up that hashtag on Twitter, you will see.
Tweet yourself.
That's related to the.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking it up on Twitter now.
Tweet yourself. I think it's a great one. You should start doing that everywhere. Hashtag for the whole rest of the month of November. You're going to hashtag tweet yourself.
I'm actually going to Twitter and see if I can do it. Because I was just trying to search it on platforms that have it. It's been used because people carry things from shows.
Yeah. Tweet yourself. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm actually, and it's taking me a bit because I can't think on my feet all the time.
Well, that's because your brain's up here. It's not down here. It's not.
I'm actually trying to find. Okay, so yeah, all the treat yourself is it's a huge hashtag. So go do it. Try hashtag. So. Oh my gosh. Speaking of awesome people that we should treat ourselves with, I get treated twice today. I get to see Lynn Soriano.
Yay. Hi, Lynn.
I seen her when I was watching Ken Wall's show this morning, and now she's actually here visiting our show. Lynn, I love you, baby.
Yay, yay, yay. And thanks again for everybody that pops in with their comments and is watching. We very, very, very much appreciate you.
Yeah.
We're thankful for you.
Yes. I mean, I like to put at the end of almost every one of my broadcasts, tell me, you know what I mean? Hey, thank you, you're a listener today. I thank you for coming in, because you could listen to a lot of stuff today.
Yep.
And let's face it, I'm not here to teach you rocket science. All right.
Simple stuff.
This is simple stuff. I'm not a brain surgeon when it comes to being an entrepreneur. All right. I'm not a rocket surgeon or a rocket surgeon
Rocket surgeon.
or
Wow.
a brain scientist. Or a brain scientist. That's just not, this is not me. All right. But, I have a point of view, and some of you like to come and hear it. And I'm thankful for those of you who do.
Yep.
I may not have a Gary Vaynerchuk audience, may not have a John Lee Dumas audience to my podcast, but you know what? The handful of you that do come, I'm thankful for you. And those who share it out, I know they're like Robert. I see Robert shared out quite a bit. Thanks for sharing it out. Didn't do this to try to be some, the next whoever. Zig Ziglar told me a long time ago, don't try to be somebody else, just be yourself.
Yep.
Those who love you are going to come, and those that don't. And
True.
some of you come here on a regular basis, and I'm so thankful for you.
Thank you. Me too. Me too. Thank you.
No, we're not using that hashtag Me Too on this show.
No.
That's a different show, not us.
Ay.
There are certain hashtags I'm not going to get associated with, okay?
Oh my gosh. He went there. Yes, he did. He went there. We all do. But that's why we're here.
Yeah. So as we close out, though, Katrina, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? I know you guys are kind of moving and stuff.
It's going to be a very small Thanksgiving. Usually we do a turkey and a homemade pie and the whole works. So we're going to do a chicken this year, small chicken with some potatoes and veggie, and I'm going to make homemade apple pie with homemade crust.
Cool. Is your kids coming out during Thanksgiving, or they're not?
Not Thanksgiving, but they're coming out for Christmas.
Christmas. Okay, cool. Good. Well, you guys will be more settled by Christmas and
exactly.
out there, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because we're still going to be, unpacking and boxes, and so we shall see. And I got to set up my office so we can move forward.
Yeah. So we can have another show in December. So our next show is going to be December 3rd will be our next show. So we'll be gone for 2 weeks. So with Thanksgiving, something we do every year. All right. And I got this from my uncle. My uncle Mike is a great connoisseur of food, and my brother Kenny, two great cooks, right? Gwen does the bird. I don't like me doing turkey. Not going to work. There's one thing I've got to have though. Huh?
She does the bird.
She gives me the bird.
I'm sorry. I had to go there.
Yep, we went there.
She does the bird.
Yeah. I do. My uncle Mike taught me. I get fresh oysters, and I put I have this whole. I said outside on the patio, right? So if it's a chilly day, you got to put jackets on to do this, because I fired the grill up, and some of them I put them on the grill just long enough to get them to pop them open, and oysters outside, and all the doctorings is out there. And when it's done, I basically have one of those. I take all the dishes off of it, and I have one of those plastic sheets. I wrap the sheet up and just throw it all right in the trash.
Yep, easy.
Take
peasy.
all the dishes. All the dishes have to be clean off of it. All right, and I put them in the trash, and the rest of it, I just it's just something fun that we like to do. I think Gwen's doing a turkey this year. The one thing that has to be for me, all right, and it wasn't until Gwen and I met that we started doing this, and I had it this past week. We did a duck. And Gwen made this for me for the first time for the year, and that is fresh cranberry sauce. I will be buying cranberries every trip to the store until they stop selling them and making.
I got something for your fresh cranberries. It's called Cranberry Butter. You mash up the cranberries and put it in butter. Yeah. Roll it up into and roll it up. You can either put a little sweet in it if you want. Roll it up and put it in the freezer or the fridge, and now you've got it each time for your toast. Good cranberry butter.
Yeah. So my favorite treat over the years going to Starbucks was the Cranberry Bliss Bar.
Ooh, yeah. Or the pumpkin spice lattes. Oof.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice is too sweet for me. I only got to do a dab of it, like less than a pump into it, because I have espresso. I don't have espresso with cream. I don't have.
Oh yeah. I always have the
makes it too
frothy
sweet.
drink.
Yeah. If you have it just in the shots, because that's just 2 shots is about that much in that cup.
Too much.
That is just too much flavor for that. 1 pump is too much flavor for that.
Yeah, I agree.
It just overpowers the so I have to learn. I have to learn to do a little bit into it. So I get them to, and I've gotten Starbucks baristas to try it, and they all come back and go, "Oh man, that is so good," because it's just a little bit of it, and the flavor with the espresso makes it so good. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so with that, I think we're gonna close out our week, our month.
And to you out there, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, however way you plan to spend it, with neighbors, with family, with friends. Enjoy and be thankful.
Yep. This I just realized today's going to be a last.
Yeah.
Today's going to be the last time this podcast will be half broadcast from California.
Yes, because now it's going to be broadcast from New Mexico.
Texas and New Mexico. We're going to be a Tex-Mex broadcast.
I like it.
Hashtag Tex-Mex podcast.
Did you see that? My chilies. I have my chilies hanging. Yeah, I went there. All right, we're out.
All right, we'll see you guys. All right, have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys in December.
Bye.